Now, it's been reported that singer Ronan Keating will return home today to his house in Dublin from gigs in Switzerland and allegedly will attempt to win back his wife Yvonne's trust following allegations of his infidelity last year. A friend has reportedly told the newspapers he's in bits, embarrassed and ashamed. He says he'll do whatever it takes to get Yvonne back. He'll even beg on his knees. Now, we don't know for certain that these are his plans, but in our own relationships, how receptive would we be if a man begged for forgiveness?
Well, I think I'd probably be more likely to forgive if they didn't do the begging bit, because begging to me just smacks of self-pity and whoops, so I got found out. And, you know, if I beg enough, and it's just begging, which is a little bit degrading anyway, you know, when you've done something pretty bad, you know, if you just sit there going, oh, please forgive me, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. Actually, it's not a mistake. You know, most people know what they're doing when they're doing something wrong. OK, you might be out of control or you might just lose the plot for a bit, but it's not a mistake. And frankly, people are... I would definitely think about forgiving someone if they just disappeared. You know, don't come near me, don't talk to me, don't apologise, don't explain, I don't want to know. I know what you've done and I don't want to hear about it, and maybe I'll get over it. But if somebody comes back with all these excuses and like, I've made a mistake, no, it would really, really put me off.
I would want them to crawl up the driveway. I would want them to sob,
what's the point?
beg, plead, and then go, no. But I'd want to humiliate them immensely.
Do you think, Carol says it's degrading?
I've got to say, well, I don't know. How can you say it's degrading? You know, if you do something, all right, you're saying it isn't a mistake, but it can, you know, some people do make mistakes. We're all human, and I do believe we make mistakes and think about the consequences after. It's something that you haven't thought about beforehand. You know, you think, I'm going to get away with it, they'll never find out, you know.
Well, they're not mistakes then, are they?
Well, they can be, or they can be mistakes that have happened for a reason, whatever those reasons may be. And I do think, you know, I would forgive a mistake. I don't think I'd forgive it second... Well, I didn't forgive it second, third or fourth time, you know, but the first time I was willing to, as he was of me when I made my mistake. Yes, because I made him beg. And I beg. You know, I made a mistake as well. I had an affair when I was married as well, for whatever reasons they were. And, you know, I have friends who've gone through this and their marriages, you know, it's happened once. And they've sat down and they've talked about it and they've cried and all of that, and they've gone to marriage guidance, and they're now 30 years down the line, have 8 grandchildren, have been blissfully happy. It was just a blip in their marriage. So I do think people are capable of having those moments. But as far as I don't want him to beg and crawl and all that, I absolutely so do.
See, for me, I think if you've hurt somebody or betrayed them or done wrong, words are so easy, they're so trite, aren't they?
You have to mean them. No, you have to mean them.
It's action, so as much as...
don't do it in the first place.
No, but if he comes in and goes, oh, all right, you've caught me out, all right, I've done it, yeah, bye.
But quite often, don't you find that level of begging is more an apology because they've been caught out? It's like, I'm sorry I got caught, not I'm sorry that I did you know, I did something terrible to you.
Yeah, not all the time. Sometimes when I did it, I have to say, I cried. I was so upset of the hurt that I caused, and I was devastated when I saw how devastated he was, and I was genuinely 100% sorry.
But were you sorry at the time?
While I was doing it? No.
But you know what? You know, sometimes in life, I'm starting to look and think about forgiveness, you know, and sometimes in life, you know, there was a very strong marriage, you know, one appears to believe it was a very happy marriage. Mistakes can happen. Unfortunately, they often happen in the entertainment industry. Yeah. They often happen with dancers, with the kind of a live...
in the entertainment industry.
Anybody, because you're always wrapped around another person. Mistakes can happen. I would hate to see somebody on their knees begging. I'd just say, shut up, can we just sit and talk about this and our lives like two human beings? She has all the cards, she holds the cards. It'd be nice if very privately they could sit down and she could make her decision about what she wants to do. And instead it's going to be every day we're going to open it and read more about on his knees and more about her doing this and saying that. Yeah, and actually the kids are going to be affected. If everything is true, let them just go away and discuss it, and she holds all the cards.